Here's a hike into Happy Camp Canyon in the foothills near Moorpark. This is a loop hike with part of it on the ridge line above the canyon and part of it down in the bottom of the canyon. And here Dale takes a look at the bulletin board at the kiosk at the trailhead before we start along the trail. So off we go on this very, very open, quite barren-looking area, all of which has its own type of beauty. In one direction we can see the manicured fairways of the Rustic Canyon Golf Course. A bit farther on we can look back and look around at the area that we've been through. I think taking this hike in April is much better than the middle of the summer. And then one more look down below on this beautiful day. And the one we're going to take goes up the Middle Range Trail along the ridgetop. As we work our way up, we can look back and see the area we've been through. Then we reach a point where we find a lonely picnic table and decided it was a good place to stop and have a little bite to eat. It also gives us a chance to take a pretty good look at the view, which wasn't too bad. In fact, we can pan around and take a look out towards the Santa Monica Mountains with the ocean out beyond. A little bit hazy and foggy, but to be able to see very much, but it is there. And in the other direction, the Happy Camp Canyon down below with the Simi Hills in the background. If we stayed on this ridge trail and looped around to go down into the canyon, it would have been a hike of about 12 miles, which was a little bit more than we wanted to go. So we decided we'd just take off cross-country and work our way down into the canyon and go back on the trail in the canyon bottom. And along the way we ran into a few wildflowers beginning to pop up for the spring. Then after a bit of carefully negotiating the slope on the way down, we reached the canyon bottom. And here on the way back we reached some rather pretty scenery with quite a bit more vegetation than we had on the way up. And then it was back across the wide open areas on the way back to the parking lot. And here we found that a number of horse trailers had arrived. In fact, we ran into some of these equestrians on our way back. Our hike ended up being about 7 miles with approximately an 800-foot elevation gain. The hike being a little bit different than most of our mountain hikes, but very enjoyable.